The Sweet Baby Inc. controversy has stirred up so much other backlash for a variety of different people, whether it's games media who had Sweet Baby Inc.'s back and tried to gaslight everybody into thinking that they were the real victims, when the reality was Sweet Baby Inc., a woke game consulting company, decided to attack gamers, to try to false flag and get people taken off platforms simply for letting people know the games that Sweet Baby Inc. worked on. And that has uncovered a whole new infestation in the gaming industry. We know the other these consulting companies advocate for this or that, but no one really knew the power or how prevalent they were. Well, then another one, Black Girl Gamers, got under some heat, got under fire because they came out and stood by Sweet Baby Inc. and got ratioed, got fucking destroyed, got annihilated, like so many of these woke game developers or game consultants have been getting. Then people started looking at little Black Girl Gamers like, whoa, holy shit, they really do have some interesting hiring practices. Forspoken consultant Black Girl Gamers appears to discriminate in their hiring practices while claiming they are being harassed. And this is all based off a post that was back in February where they specifically were looking for a certain type of content creator. And, you know, even though it's not really legal to hire people based on race or gender, this is what they put out. Looking for Black women content creators that make Dungeons and Dragons content for some potential brand work. Hit us up. Specifically putting a call out there just for Black women. So, of course, it got reported on by that Park Place, and Black Girl Gamers, they were not very happy about that. Look at this. We're addressing the recent allegations published on that Park Place about discriminatory hiring practices within Black Girl Gamers. These claims are false and were made without prior fact-checking or verification from us or our representatives. They probably went out there and very quickly hired a shoddy-ass lawyer because apparently that Park Place has already received a cease and desist. Now, they've got Ron Coleman as their lawyer, who's incredibly accomplished. I'm sure they just thought this is another random website or something like that. But Black Girl Gamers are going to very much regret what they got themselves into by actually sending cease and desist paperwork to them all over a factual story. Appears to discriminate against people in their hiring practices while looking at this specific tweet that was calling specifically for a Black woman. That's what they wanted. Now, weeks later, they opened up the opportunity to people of all backgrounds, probably because they couldn't find enough Black women who actually wanted to play D&D. That's my guess. I don't know that for sure. That's just a guess of mine. But wrapped up in all this bad press for Black Girl Gamers, they were going viral for trending because everybody was slamming them and making fun of them. A former member of Black Girl Gamers decided to talk a little bit about what her experience was like, and that is Gothics. At Gothics TV, as a former Black Girl Gamer member, I can confidently say these people are full of crap. They do not care about diversity. They promptly kicked me out for being anti-Black, aka not making an idol out of my skin color and refusing to hate white people. And I think specifically for Gothic, she's talked about it before. A lot of this came into play when they announced the casting for The Little Mermaid, when they announced The Little Mermaid was going to be Black, and Gothics had some thoughts on that. And a lot of people in her space did not like that. They called her a race traitor. They called her anti-Black. They called her a bunch of shit that I'm not going to repeat in this video right now because it might not get through YouTube. But you can probably guess what other Black people called her when she didn't have the right party line, when woke Black people thought she stepped out of line and they tried to get her back in line. You've probably seen that a million times before because we're all about diversity. We're all about our skin color until somebody says something we don't agree with. Then we're going to attack you because you've betrayed us. And you can see right here, here's a recap. Former Black Girl Gamers member Gothics claims BGG never cared about diversity, was kicked out for refusing to hate white people. And after leaving, she was harassed for months by the consulting company or people that were involved in that community. Black Girl Gamers worked on Square Enix's failed Forspoken. That really should be a bigger story than it is. We're talking a lot about what these fucking lunatics, these retards are doing right now. Black Girl Gamers as an entity. After getting annihilated, destroyed. Now, anytime they put out an important post, they turn off their replies because they don't want it to happen to them again because they're fucking bitch-made pussies. However, the reality is that Black Girl Gamers was very heavily involved in Forspoken, which was such a failure that I think the studio had to shut down. That's how bad it was. These consultancy companies, they don't help anybody. They will tank your fucking studio if you actually listen to them. That's what happens. But now, Black Girl Gamers had a response because apparently too many people were listening to Gothics. They didn't like that. This is a 33 tweet thread saying that this is just a bunch of bullshit. This is just a bunch of lies, a bunch of slander. Similar the way they were talking about that Park Place, although this is much more detailed. They're saying that, she voluntarily joined and she voluntarily left and she broke a bunch of rules that we had. What were the rules? What were the rules that she broke? Upon joining, it's important to note she agreed to adhere to our community guidelines, which prohibit the exhibition of anti-blackness. It's one of their rules. You can't be anti-black. And apparently, if you call out one casting or say something about not completely having this person's back or whatever, that's considered anti-blackness, according to fat black girl gamers. Transphobia, respectability politics, and discrimination against religion, culture, sexual orientation, and gender in the community. This is an insane thread that goes on and on and on and on. And basically, their receipts that they have are that, Gothics was getting a lot of backlash, and she voluntarily left the community. That's the receipts, that 33 tweets, maybe even more than that Black Girl Gamers end up showing. I don't think this is done anytime soon. Again, they protected it so nobody could fucking comment on it because they didn't want to get ratioed in their own replies once again. But now I wouldn't be surprised if we see a legal threat from Black Girl Gamers towards someone like Gothics. You've already seen them do that on Park Place, even though by saying that if anyone spreads this article, we're going to come after you too. They literally link to that Park Place in this first tweet like the fucking retarded cocksuckers that they are. Well, to be fair, I don't want to call all of them cocksuckers. I'm sure there's a lot of unfuckable lesbians in that group of people, so I want to be fair to them. Want to make sure to put that out there. But it certainly is only continuing to get worse for Black Girl Gamers after they stepped in this, made complete fucking fools of themselves, and now every time they try to do damage control, they just make it even worse. Black Girl Gamers already filing cease and desist, threatening lawsuits, things like that, trying to set the record straight after Gothics absolutely fucking destroyed them. I can't imagine this is going to end very well for them either.